know, with all the craziness going on over the virus, you'd think that I'd be worried about that, but actually I'm not. My biggest thing going on right now is it's the time of the year where my allergies just explode randomly. One day I'll be totally fine, next day, not so much. Yesterday was Friday, my day off. I woke up about 8-ish and I couldn't breathe. My head was just full and just compounded. My eyes were all teary. Needless to say, I go through these things quite often. I don't know if you can see that or not, but these are little eye drop packets. They're kind of neat. Essentially, you buy a whole package of these and you can carry them in your pocket. You can put them in your vehicle. I have them at my desk at work. I have them at my desk here, living room. I have them in the bedroom, bathroom. They're just kind of handy to have because with allergies, my eyes just tear up all the time and it sucks. Needless to say, just like the title of this video says, allergies suck. Yeah, they're just flaring up right now. So I live in western Wyoming. We still have snow, as you see in my previous video. Some of it's melted. It's been warming up a little bit, so it's been melting fairly quick. But in doing so, what happens is the snow line actually recedes back, and now it's exposing grass and whatnot that's been under snow for several months. Well, what happens is there's a layer in between there where the grass is like down here and the snow's up here, but there's this kind of channel in the middle, and it's the perfect conditions where light can come down through the snow and it just heats that up down in there. The ground hasn't really had a chance to freeze. It's definitely not frozen now. And what happens is you get a thing called snow mold. You heard that right, snow mold. It's a real thing. You can Google it, look it up. But essentially that's what it is the humidity and everything's just right to create this mold. And so as the snow recedes, these spores, I guess, just take off, and oh man, do I feel it. When there's a good melt day, it just drives me up a wall. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. It's awesome. So as you saw at the beginning of the video, I was taking generic pseudoephedrine along with a generic version of Zyrtec 24-hour capsule. I don't do the pseudoephedrine all that much. I pretty much just do it when my head's really congested. It was acting up a little bit this morning, so I took some. And I took some yesterday just to clear up the sinuses because it was miserable. I actually had to force myself to go back to sleep because I was just miserable, and I slept till 11 o'clock, which is the latest I've slept in many years. But I woke up, still felt groggy. I was gonna do the vlog yesterday, but I just did not feel like it, so I did it today. I felt more me, so here I am. Anyways, so in doing this weird kind of self-quarantine thing, so my state hasn't issued a full quarantine yet. It's just issued non-essential businesses closed. Unfortunately, I work in an essential industry. That's both good and bad. It's good for the country and it's good for job security, but it kind of sucks in this kind of environment because I have to be at work. In doing so, the possibility of working from home is becoming more and more likely. So I don't really have a spot to actually set up a laptop and work on documents and stuff from home. I have this desk, which is my editing desk, as you can see here with my dual screens, but it's set up just for video editing. It has the Mac set up, it has the keyboard, it has everything for the Mac set up that's not whatsoever work related. I have an old desk that I turned into my overhead camera rig. It's an old IKEA desk that I've had for many years. It's slowly fallen apart, so I kind of rebuilt it. I put black iron legs on it and a top to make the overhead camera rig. It doubles as my home computer for my Windows-based computer for just doing, you know, bills and purchase stuff, peruse the internet that I don't want to do on my Mac. I'll do it on there because I want a Windows computer and I have a Mac. So it's kind of a doubles as that, but it sucks for it because the camera rig's like got you boxed in, so you're in this like little hole, it seems, and it's just kind of a really weird vibe. But anyways, in this need that's coming for me to work from home, I needed a spot to actually set up my work temporary setup. Well, I was using my coffee table in the living room, which is not very viable because you have this coffee table that sits even maybe the similar height to your couch. So you're sitting on a couch and you're leaning down to work on a table, and that's just horribly bad. So I started thinking about ways to set up a desk somewhere in my house. The most ideal area for that would be this office / activities room. It's been many things over the years. It's been my home office. It's been kind of a quasi recording studio for music that never went anywhere, so don't even ask. And then it kind of became a hobby room. It's a storage room at one time. It still kind of is. There's still storage in that closet, but now it's my kind of photography, video based room with some of my music stuff still. As you can see over here, I still have a little collection of guitars. I still have my guitar amps. I don't really do much with them. They're just more of a hobby, something to do when I really just need to reflect. I'll just grab a Strat or one of the other guitars, I'll plug it in and just kind of strum. It just helps open your mind. And anyway, I didn't really have a desk. I thought about buying one on Amazon, but shipping sucks right now because of the whole And so there's not much being shipped right now other than really essential stuff. If you're just buying frivolous stuff, even Amazon will tell you, we can't guarantee you'll get it anytime soon. So that wasn't a good option. I didn't want to go out because most furniture stores are closed right now anyways, but plus around here stuff's kind of more expensive because I am kind of in a smaller area. So I'm like, what do I do? Well, it just so happens that in my basement, before I decided to finish it, I used to have a workshop set up and I had workbenches. In fact, I've had these workbenches that I made out of 2x4s and melamine particle board. I've had them for many years. They've been at 2 different houses I've lived in, and I just so happened they weren't in my storage unit. They're actually still in the basement, stacked up against the wall in one of the spare rooms. So I thought, why don't I just set one of those up? So I did. I brought it upstairs, and that's what you'll see in this video is me actually kind of clearing the room out a little bit and setting up this workbench that's albeit ugly, but it works. It's functional. I have a dual monitor set up because I have a laptop monitor and an external monitor I've had for many years. Some old computer speakers I had, power strip, I have a little desk lamp. That's all I need, and it does the trick. So depending on what happens this next week, you never know, I might be working from home a lot more. I don't really want to get into it too much because it's a political game right now. It's on a worldwide level, which is very unique. It's a different type of war, right? It's not a cyber war, and it's not an actual physical war. It's a virtual war of trying to combat this weird thing going on. It's a very, very weird situation right now. Things are different. People are acting different. You see people with masks on, and even out here in the sticks at grocery stores and stuff, and it just seems weird. Fortunately, at least in my geographic area, within probably a 60-mile radius, there's no confirmed cases yet. I'm sure they're out there because people travel. I live in an area that's it's a kind of a thoroughfare up to the national parks. So we get a lot of tourism. We get a lot of just sightseers and everything because it's a very beautiful area where I live. So it's not uncommon to have a lot of people here. And, you know, fortunately this kind of happened in our kind of off season, if you will. Parks aren't quite open yet. Skiing's kind of gone downhill because the spring's kind of coming. So it's a slow time. So it's not affecting our area as bad as it is others. It's just kind of weird going out there and seeing everybody kind of looking at each other kind of weird, you know, like don't get too close to me kind of thing. And it's just a weird vibe. I haven't seen that ever, I don't think. And so it's just very, very unusual situation. I hope it ends soon, but the reality is I don't think it's going to be over for some time. And that's unfortunate. You know, like I said, I live in a relatively low populous area, so driving somewhere or going out, I'm lucky if I see another human, let alone congregate with them, you know. It's kind of there's a populace here, but with this going on, people are staying at home a little bit more, so it's kind of a ghost town out there, but not really. There's still traffic on the highway, because unfortunately when you live out here, you gotta drive to get to anything. So even if you just want to go to the grocery store or get some gas or go to the liquor store, you gotta drive to do it. There are people out there, but it's just kind of weird, you know, because there's a lot of places closed. Traffic has slowed down a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. I've seen in my neighborhood, actually, there are a lot more people out walking around. I guess, you know, they're stir crazy at home, so they're walking around, walking their dogs, walking with their kids. People I don't recognize. There's people coming out of the woodwork just to kind of, I guess, cure stir craziness. There's some work going on. They're building a few houses around me. I see them working on it, but they're a minimal crew, maybe 1-2 people there. And so things are a little bit different. I still see the brown delivery trucks go by. I still see the white ones. You know, there's still a lot of stuff is still normal, but a lot of it's not. It's just kind of a weird hybrid. It's a very, very unique situation. At any rate, because I haven't really been going anywhere, I figured I'm making a list. I just sat down yesterday, or last night actually, and I made this huge list of all kinds of home projects I can do. And actually just this morning I thought of more. So should it come to where I end up being kind of sequestered to my house for a long period of time, work aside, you know, actual work aside, I have home projects galore. I have plenty of stuff I can do. I've got art I've been trying to do. I've got gazillion ideas for videos that I can shoot or edit here locally. I don't really have to go anywhere. There's a few videos I want to do revolving around my vehicle. So I'm thinking about going out to the sticks, middle of the mountains somewhere, and just shooting some outdoor footage and stuff. Maybe do some scenery because, you know, it's kind of, the snow, like I said, is melting. Spring's just starting, so trees are gonna start budding here before too long. It's gonna get really, really gorgeous around here pretty quick. So I have plenty of stuff to keep me busy. That's not an issue. Biggest issue with me is just running out of food, which I have a lot of food. Milk is another thing, and eggs I'm kind of running out of, and they're really hard to come by right now. So, you know, it's just kind of learning to think of it differently and kind of rationing to myself, even though I have plenty of food. It's just, it changes your mindset. It's really weird. I'm not worried about getting this weird thing at all, the bug. I've had the flu many times that has acted very similar to this. It hasn't been respiratory like this thing going around is, but man, where you just feel like you're in your deathbed for like a few days. You're taking NyQuil, you're taking Theraflu, you're taking whatever you can possibly think of to take. You're in cold sweats, you just bury yourself in your bed and you take lots of drugs and you sleep for like 2 days straight. You come out on the other side and you're fine. Well, from what I gather, this is similar. You feel like you're gonna die, but unless you're predisposed to like serious health issues, chances are you'll be just fine. It's just gonna be really miserable for a while. It's not something to look forward to, but even if I did get it, I don't know that it's the end of the world. So I'm not overly worried about it. Me, I'm more worried about the public reaction to what's going on and the difficulty it is to get stuff. Toilet paper, I'm running out. This time of year is when I usually go to like a big box store and buy it in bulk. Because, you know, like I said, I live in the sticks, so I don't go to shopping these big box stores very often. So I buy stuff in bulk. Paper products, you know, paper towels, toilet paper, Kleenex. Another thing I'm running out of. A whole bunch of stuff like that. Dry goods. Luckily I have a big old bag of rice. But I try to stockpile that stuff, you know, laundry soap, stuff that's not going to spoil or go bad, toothpaste, deodorant, all that kind of stuff. I buy it in bulk and I just have it here so I don't ever really run out. Well, I've been procrastinating in that I didn't go a month ago when I wanted to, or when I really thought about it. I had a list and everything. I was gonna go over to this box store and I was gonna bulk up. I put it off, and now the place is sold out and they're essentially closed. You can't get anything there, and I missed the boat. Just so happens to be. So when I go to buy stuff in bulk, like I will whenever I can, it's because I genuinely need it, not because I'm freaked out that I'll never be able to get it again. I'm just low. I have like, I think 3 full rolls, like 1 partial or 2 partial rolls right now. Toilet paper. I have 2 bathrooms in my house. Yeah, it's crazy. At any rate, that's really all I had for today. Just wanted to do a kind of quick, dirty video, and part of this was I really wanted to get in the habit of making a vlog every weekend if I can. It's gonna be about nothing. Like I said, there's not much going on in the world. Well, there is, but not that you can film. I'll try and get a little more creative in my future videos. I'll probably video me doing arts and crafts or whatever when I do it. I'm not gonna videotape myself doing work because that's just boring. I look forward to making more videos, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, click the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, but if you're into that, please, by all means, click notifications. I won't bombard you, I promise, because I'm not filming videos that often. But at any rate, I appreciate those of you who have taken the time to watch this, and look forward to future adventures. And thank you, and have a good one. And please, stay safe out there.